I'm going to draw Spider-Man characters in 10 hours, 1 hour, 10 minutes, 1 minute, and 10 seconds. Let's start with the 10 seconds right now. Let's start with a regular Spider-Man. You guys ready? Here we go. Okay, that's what you're going to expect for 10 seconds. Now, inspired by this, I'm going to go ahead and take this Spider-Man sketch cover, and I'm going to draw a Spider-Man on this right now. So what I'm going to do that's a little bit different than the normal is that every time I do a time challenge, for every single one, I am going to draw, let's say, a good copy. So what you're seeing right now is me drawing a Spider-Man inspired by the 10-second version. So for every 1 minute, 10 minute, I'm going to draw another piece or continue the piece to make a better quality drawing. Like I'm doing right here, I wanted to draw a Spider-Man, like kind of that angle, but draw it on a sketch cover here, and also Spider-Man #1. And, one fun thing is taking these sketch covers around town and trying to finish them off. And also adding some color here, adding some highlights, and doing a very cool finished drawing with this. So this is me drawing a Spider-Man on sketch color inspired by my 10-second drawing. There you go. Hopefully a little bit better. That's Spider-Man on a sketch cover. So that was the 10 seconds. How about 1 minute? Why don't we do a different character here? I want to change it up a little bit. Why don't we try the Green Goblin? We're going to try Green Goblin in 1 minute. Here we go. Actually doing 10 seconds first. 1 minute is not so bad. So drawing Green Goblin in 1 minute here. Now I went off without any reference, just kind of going off the top of my head. And the way I like to draw Green Goblin is giving him like these big eyes, like these big bug eyes, and a big toothy smile in that case. Again, no reference here, just kind of going off the top of my head because I only got a minute. And I just wanted to see what I can actually do. Like, I even forgot he had, like, these elf-like ears going towards him. So, good thing I remembered in time for this 1 minute drawing here. So, coming down to the end, not too bad. Okay, there you go. That's Green Goblin in 1 minute. Now, again, why don't I try to do a good version of this? So, I'm going to try to draw a Green Goblin on a Green Goblin sketch cover. Here we go. So drawing Green Goblin on a sketch cover, a Green Goblin sketch cover. Actually, this isn't the first time I drew Green Goblin on this particular sketch cover. Last time I was at a convention, someone commissioned me to draw a Green Goblin on the sketch cover, which actually gave me the idea to do this. So I wanted to give it a try again, adding more details to it, adding more wrinkles and lines, and again, the big toothy smile. But again, this was more inspired by the actual 1 minute version that I did here. So, again, big teeth. Wanted to add big teeth to this particular drawing here. But the hard part was actually drawing on this green cover. So I wanted to add some white. And the hard part was finding pens that would actually work. So this is me drawing Green Goblin on a sketch cover. That was kind of tough, but I kind of like how this turned out. This was a lot of fun. So now why don't we go ahead and try 10 minutes. So why don't we change it up just a little bit more? Why don't we do Spider-Man, but let's have him being overtaken by a Venom symbiote. Why don't we give that a try for 10 minutes? So drawing this on a Venom Separation Anxiety #1 sketch cover. 10 minutes is a lot of time to do this, so I thought I could try to get as much of a finished drawing as I could in 10 minutes. So again, sketching him out and drawing the Venom symbiote first. This is actually very similar to a drawing I did before where the symbiote was overtaking Thanos, in that sense, where the teeth is coming over across the middle of the face. But again, this time around, doing a Spider-Man as well. So time is running down. You see here 3 minutes left. And, just trying to get the extra details going. I wanted to finish off the neck, get a little bit of veins going on in the neck here. Neck detail, as I love to do. But also making sure that we get all the webbing done in 10 minutes. Okay, didn't get too far on this, so why don't I take some extra time and why don't we go ahead and finish up this sketch cover? So instead of drawing new, I had a pretty good base here. So I decided to take the extra time and complete this particular sketch cover here, adding in all the blacks. Now, the problem with sketch covers, and this is the biggest problem I find, is that once you add the color afterwards, like I can't control the darkness levels of the ink itself. So, you know, it's not like when you scan it in. When you scan it in, I can make sure that the black is very black. Can't do that here. So, you know, just want to make sure the colors blend in. So, you know, I started with the black areas with a little blue, and then adding the gray on top, and then now adding the red for Spider-Man's face. And this is actually one of my most favorite sketch covers that I've ever done. This was a lot of fun. There you go. This is one of my favorites. I actually like the way this turned out. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, why don't we do 1 hour? So I'm going to take this particular sketch cover here, and because it's red, I'm thinking, why don't we try something a little bit different? Why don't I try to drawing a Carnage, okay? And this time, I'm going to try to finish the whole thing within 1 hour. Let's do that right now. So drawing on an amazing Spider-Man Blood Hunt sketch cover here, completely red. This was a complete challenge for me because of the red color. Now, what I did find, and this was really hard, I mentioned before about how the blacks weren't black, most especially on this particular sketch cover here. As you can see here, the color, it's more grayish. It's not like pure black. I think if I tried to use something like India ink, maybe it would have been a little bit better, but I did the best I could. Also adding the white lines. I actually think I overdid the white ink, but it is what it is. But not too bad, not too bad. Okay, that was kind of tough. As you see, I was struggling with the white lines. I think I might have gone overboard with the white on this thing, but not too bad for 1 hour. So why don't we go ahead and do the 10-hour version of Spider-Man. Okay, now going ahead and drawing the 10-hour version of Spider-Man. But this time, I think I want to do something a little bit more fun. As you guys know, my favorite thing in the world to draw is mechs. So Spider-Man, Japanese Spider-Man, that's pretty much what I'm drawing here. The Japanese version of Spider-Man. He has a mech himself. His name is Leopardon, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I've always wanted to draw a good version of this character. Like I've drawn Leopardon in, you know, my 1000 version of Spider-Man when I drew over 100 Spider-Man. So I drew a very easy version of Leopardon, but I wanted to try my best to draw my version of Leopardon here. But starting with Japanese Spider-Man, one thing about Japanese Spider-Man that sets him apart is, of course, the eyes. He also has that wristband that he has there where his webs come out, and the webbing as well, but also adding in his mech. I want to draw this my way, my version, in the most detailed drawing ever. So that starts with doing the layout here, starting with general details on the outside. It's always better to go general and then go detail later on. You want to make sure the structure is correct. You want to make sure the detail will look correct once I add them in. But I also look for opportunities for details. So looking at the original concept design, where can I add little bits of information? Where can I add little bits without taking away from the overall design of the character, but also adding in my flair, like the abs, trying to make them look a little bit more abbish, if that's a word, abbish. So far so good. This is coming along, and I'm enjoying this so far. It's been a lot of fun so far, but why don't we take a little bit of a break here? These sketch covers are a lot of fun, so why don't I try something a little bit different? I'm going to draw a Venom pool. I'm going to draw a Venom pool on a sketch cover here, just to take a little break. So here it is, drawing a Venom pool. Now, I've been doing a lot of sketch covers recently, and this was actually one of the first ones that I did. I have a lot of friends in the comic book industry, and they were doing a lot of sketch covers at these conventions. As you guys know, I've been doing a lot of convention appearances. Recently, I did quite a few this year, and I actually have a few coming up. If you're watching this on time, I'll be at Fan Expo in a couple days. when this video comes out. I'll be Fan Expo this coming weekend. I'm also going to be doing a few conventions coming up. I'm going to be doing Ottawa Comic-Con, which is just announced in September, and a few more this year. I'm hoping next year I'll be doing a whole tour of the Canada and the US. So I would love to meet each and every one of you. Hopefully I'm a place near you. And I've been doing a lot of these sketch covers. So a lot of these will be for sale wherever I am at, or I might just go ahead and give these away. So this was a lot of fun to do, but especially with Wolverine Deadpool coming out, I wanted to do a Spider-Man character that is Deadpoolish, so why not Venom Pool here? And this was one of my favorite sketch covers that I've done. This was a lot of fun to do. That was a lot of fun. This turned out pretty good. I kind of like this one. Okay, why don't we get back to a Spider-Man Leopardon? So now to the back half of the Spider-Man Leopardon. I did the overall general shaping blocking out shaping of the Leopardon mech. Now adding the details. This is a lot of fun for me. This is one of the most funnest parts of drawing mechs, is drawing all the little nicks and knacks and doodads and whatever word you want to give to it, but all the little itty-bitty details to the particular piece. It's a lot of fun to me. It's a time where I actually just turn off my brain, and I'll throw in a podcast and just go to town and just try to draw as many lines, as many little details as possible. Concentrating on things like joints, little areas where I'm going to have concentrated pieces of detail. You don't want to go overboard with that. You just want to concentrate them so that you can read the character properly. But also, I also wanted to add a little city in front of Leopardon. What that does, it actually gives it scale. It gives, if you could judge actually how big this mech is by adding a city in front of the mech. So that's what I wanted to do here. And overall, was pretty happy with how this turned out. Now, just like anything else, you always take a look at it a few days later and say to yourself, well, I could have added a few more things here and there. But overall, I was pretty happy with this piece. Now, this particular piece, just the line art itself, it actually took me, I believe, around 7 hours or so. So the remaining few hours, I want to take actually putting some color to this piece. So right now, this is the final line arts for Spider-Man, Japanese Spider-Man and Leopardon. Not too bad, not too bad. But now I'm going to take the rest of the time that I have of the 10 hours, and I'm going to go ahead and add some color in Photoshop. So what are you seeing here is the flatting out version of this, and that, this doesn't take too long, maybe about half an hour to actually block out where the actual colors are, and then I'm going to go ahead and color it, going in a more of an anime cut style version of it with the amount of time that I have left. But overall, this was a lot of fun to do, and hopefully you guys enjoyed as well. What else should I draw? What else should I draw? Let me know in the comments down below. That was me drawing Spider-Man in 10 hours. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. In fact, out of all of these and all of these finished drawings, what did you guys think? Which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comments down below.